everyone, welcome to Your Learn Lab. I'm Seema, and if you're an IGNOU student, you're in the right place. Here we create videos on different IGNOU courses to help you ace your exams. So hit subscribe and join me on this learning journey. Welcome to another lesson on Edmund Spenser's Amoretti. In our previous lesson, we explored Sonnet 34, where the speaker, like a storm-tossed ship, longed for his beloved's return. That poem ended in patient hope. But hope alone was not closure. It left us with suspended longing. Today's poem, Sonnet 67, offers what we might call a quiet epiphany. Here the beloved returns, but not because of the speaker's persistent chase. Instead, love arrives when pursuit ends. Spenser invites us to reflect on what it means to stop chasing, to wait, and to be found. This sonnet marks a turning point in the Amoretti sequence and is steeped in allegory, spiritual symbolism, and a redefinition of courtly love. Let's read the full poem together and then we'll explore each stanza's meaning, style, and deeper significance. But before we do that, let's understand what we'll be covering today. This video focuses on Spenser's Sonnet 67, often seen as a moment of quiet revelation in Amoretti sequence. We'll first understand the allegorical frame, love as a chase that fails and a return that transforms. Then we'll go stanza by stanza, unpacking literary devices, shifts in tone, and the significance of the poetic structure. We'll discuss how Spenser draws from, but also reworks the traditions of courtly love to foreground ideas of mutuality, restraint, and inner growth. Finally, we'll look at how to engage with this sonnet from an exam perspective. I'll walk you through key takeaways for reference to context questions as well as how to build thematic essays based on this sonnet's ideas. Let's begin by reading the poem aloud. As you listen, notice how the poem shifts in tone from the speaker's emotional fatigue to a moment of unexpected reunion, and finally to quiet fulfillment. This sonnet tells the story of a lover who gives up the chase for his beloved only to have her return of her own will. It's a poetic parable. Love does not come by force but by surrender. Spenser uses allegory, rhythm, and gentle irony to guide us from frustration to fulfillment. It's a reversal of the courtly love tradition and a spiritual meditation on grace. Let's read the poem now. Like as a huntsman after weary chase, seeing the game from him escape away, sits down to rest him in some shady place, with panting hounds beguiled of their prey. So after long pursuit and vain essay, when all I weary had the chance forsook, the gentle deer returned the self-same way, thinking to quench her thirst at the next brook. There she, beholding me with milder look, sought not to fly, but feel my gentle lay. Then the proud heart, which in his net did took, scorning to yield, but forced to obey. And now ensues my joyful song apace, to sound her lords that did my heart embrace. We'll now walk you through each stanza, unpacking the narrative, literary devices, poetic structure, and thematic insights that make this one of Spenser's most elegant reversals of the love sonnet form. We open with a weary hunter. The speaker likens himself to someone who has chased his prey only to watch it escape. He's not triumphant, he's tired. His hounds too are confused. The language is soft, slowing down the action. Sits down, panting, shady place. Spenser draws on the courtly love tradition, where the beloved is often likened to a deer and the lover to a hunter. But here's the twist. Instead of celebrating pursuit, Spenser critiques it. The chase ends not in conquest but in rest. The speaker's emotional arc begins in exhaustion, not passion. This is a meditative start. Note the simile like as a huntsman, which introduces the extended metaphor. The stanza sets up a reversal of expectations. What happens when love is no longer pursued? Now, in the second quatrain, the magic happens. The gentle deer, symbol of the beloved, returns. Not because she is forced, but because she chooses to. She seeks refreshment at a brook. This is symbolically rich. The brook is more than water. It represents grace, peace, even emotional baptism. The stanza also brings balance. The speaker no longer acts, he watches. The poem becomes meditative. The beloved's return is not a plot twist, but a spiritual event. The tone is hushed, reverent, diction like gentle, quench, and brook creates a serene emotional landscape. Spenser's use of iambic pentameter supports this shift. The rhythm now mimics calm water. Emotionally, the speaker is no longer agitated. He is quietly open. Now, there is recognition. The deer sees the speaker and does not flee. The tone becomes intimate. Feel my gentle lay. A phrase loaded with dual meaning suggests both a physical connection and poetic vulnerability. The speaker is not claiming her. He is offering himself. The irony lies in the phrase forced to obey. This echoes the proud courtly deer trope, yet here Spenser softens it. The surrender is real but mutual. There's no violence, no conquest. The surrender is love. For your analysis, note the contrast in tone. We began with frustration, moved to wonder, and now rest in emotional communion. Also observe the evolution of metaphor, from hunt to return to willing presence. The final couplet bursts into song. My joyful song apace. This is not the joy of conquest but of peace. The speaker sings his beloved lords, a word drawn from religious vocabulary suggesting devotion. This moment elevates love to something sacred. The arc from chase to calm is now complete. Structurally, the Spenserian sonnet form gives this a formal echo. A B A B, B C B C, C D C D, E E. The couplet brings unity and harmony. In your exams, you can argue that this poem critiques the aggressive pursuit in Petrarchan love and instead offers the vision of love as grace, mutuality, and quiet devotion. Let's pause and sum up the poetic tools at work here. This is a Spenserian sonnet. Its interwoven rhyme binds emotional progression. The iambic pentameter gives the poem its classical grace. Key devices include the extended metaphor of the hunt, enjambment for flow, and gentle irony in the language of conquest. The imagery shifts from dry pursuit to flowing water, from chase to hymn. Thematically, Spenser teaches us that love comes not through pressure but through presence. The tone evolves with the speaker's journey from exhaustion to wonder to celebration. To conclude, Sonnet 67 is more than just a love poem. It's spiritual allegory. Spenser retells the story of pursuit but flips its meaning. Instead of conquest, he gives us communion. Instead of domination, mutual trust. The poetic form mirrors the emotional change. In exams, when writing the RTC answers, identify the speaker's emotional state, the imagery and metaphor, the sonnet structure, and the theme of spiritual grace. You can also compare this poem to Sonnet 34, where hope waited, and Sonnet 67, where hope is fulfilled. The contrast is pure Spenser, poetic, moral, and beautifully human. Thank you for joining in today, and all the best for your exam. Do add your comments to let me know how you found this video. So if you did find this useful, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Your Learn Lab. See you in the next one. Until then, happy learning.